Margo, I was drunk.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing that excuse.
Well, I'm so tired of telling it to you, too, you know?
Listen to me. I've tried everything. I've tried to be fair. I even tried blaming myself for the weeks that I spent in Washington not being a real wife to you. I tried to put myself in your place. I tried to find myself in a similar situation where I would be so lonely, lonely enough or drunk enough to let somebody touch me. But I have too much respect for you, and I had too much respect for our marriage to ever let it happen.
I'm going to tell you something I never told you before.
I don't want to hear it.
No, you're going to hear it. Because the fact of the matter is, I began to get very concerned that Barbara and I were spending too much time together alone. At a time that I was very vulnerable because I was lonely for you. And earlier that very same day, I told her I was turning her affairs over to another attorney because I didn't want to have... What is the point?
The point is, when I was in Washington, I met a lot of attractive men. And when you left me and went to Denver for 4 months to do what you wanted to do, I was so lonely. But I never, ever allowed myself to be lonely or drunk enough to get into bed with any of those men. Because I was so in love with you. I still think you're a wonderful lawyer. The best. So why don't you go inside and help Kim, because it's really too late to help us.
You really want to know the real reason why I don't like her going out at the Snyder's farm so much?
Yes.
I'm jealous.
You're jealous? Why?
I'm seething with jealousy. Think of it from my point of view. Clearly, she prefers their company to mine, her own mother. All I hear from her lately is how wonderful their life is. The homely virtues. I cannot give her that kind of life. I can't. I run a big empire. I can't do that. I have been her mother. I have been her father. No matter what I do, it's never enough.
Mother, maybe your approach is wrong. Maybe if you just let her know how much you love her, how important
darling,
she is to you.
Who knows better than you how much I love Lily? But do I have to go on? Do I have to prove it and prove it? I haven't slept. I'm going upstairs. I'm going to take a nap and lie down. Okay, darling?
All right.
Darling?
Yes?
If you want to help, you go. You be with Lily. Spend time with her. And I promise you, I swear that on my mother's grave, I will spend the whole evening. I'll make her feel loved and wanted. All right?
All right.
Okay. Darling, I've made mistakes, but I'm trying. I just need time.
Montgomery Associates.
Oh, Betsy, hi, it's Sierra. Is Craig there?
It's Sierra. Do you want to talk to her now?
Yeah, I do. Hi.
Craig, I'm sorry to bother you, but I just had a conversation with my mother, and it sort of puzzled me. About Lily.
What about her?
Well, I'd really rather not talk about it here. Would you mind if I came by your office?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here all day. How is Lily?
Well, I'm about to ask her to go riding. I'll let you know.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Bye-bye.
Well, shall we go into your office and continue our discussion?
Well, there's not really anything to discuss.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, let me try it this way. I'll explain it this way. You see, my going to work for you would be what is commonly known as a conflict of interest.
Oh? Why?
Well, first, the emotional blackmail that you're using against Iva Snyder, who happens to be a very good friend of mine. The fact that my assistant here is married to Stephen Andropoulos, on whom you've pulled out every dirty trick in the book. Frankly, I don't understand why you'd want me to work for you.
Because I think you're a smart businessman like me. And we haven't even begun to discuss the fees I'm willing to pay.
No, skip it. I'll tell you what, you want some advice? I'll give you some free advice. Get on a plane, go back to L.A., and stop hurting people.
You know, I'm surprised. I've been told you're a very smart young man.
Maybe a year ago, I would have put aside my principles for the almighty dollar. But I learned my lesson the hard way. You wind up losing more than you're going to gain.
Quite a speech. And now that I've heard it, I don't think I'll have need of your services. You see, Mr. Montgomery, I only deal with winners. And that was a loser talking if I ever heard one.
Goodbye, Mr. Channing.
If you find yourself looking for a job in the near future, give me a call.
Well, bravo. You handled that very well, I must say.
The gall of that.
Oh, unbelievable. He hasn't the slightest qualm about anything he was doing. How can somebody be so incredibly sure of himself?
I'm not giving a damn about anybody but themselves. Just like the lady I used to work for.
A new breed to me. I have to admit, it's fascinating.